Were you into outside football?
Yeah.
What am I into?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Not much, I'll be honest.
Is it just chilling?
Just chilling, man. I'm not really. I like fashion a bit, but I won't say I'm a fashion guru, though. I'm not. Yeah.
You just want to just concentrate on the game?
Yeah, I'm just straight football, man. If I'm
Is
honest.
it?
Yeah,
That's good.
Live a boring life, man. I'll be real.
Thing is, people think that football, the lifestyle is like glitz and glamour, fashion lights everywhere. But
nah, it's boring, man.
if it's like that, you're not on the right path.
Really?
If it's glitz and glamour, you ain't staying there long. I know that.
Yeah,
Really?
Focus. Yeah,
It's boring. Football life is the best
boring,
life.
bro.
Focused.
Yeah, it's boring. Straight home. No, I'm good, Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's, innit?
Yeah.
Tell him, because these guys think it's like that.
Nah, it's boring, man. It's lonely as well, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for real though.
I
I mean, it depends what
you're into.
Yeah. I mean, some people have like their friends living in the house and stuff, but me, I'm just home alone, I just.
Yeah, depends. It depends as well, man. Because some friends living with you could be a good thing.
Yeah.
Others might not. So it all depends, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Well, listen, man. Welcome to this special episode of Rio Presents. We got Mr. Joel there on my left-hand side, Arsenal's finest supporter in all black times at the moment.
Yeah.
Things are going on, you know what I mean? So dark times, isn't it, for you lot? Right. We'll come back to you in a minute. We'll come back to you in a minute.
We're doing all right.
We've got a special guest on today. We've got Mr. Tottenham, Mr. Djed Spence, man. How you doing?
Yeah.
And I just found out he's from Peckham. Didn't even know.
Yeah, originally.
He said he's from Peckham. He said he grew up in Croydon as well. So
yeah, I'm South London.
You're South London, throughout.
South London's finest right now, representing the Premier League. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to get into it all, man. Tottenham discussing life there, the current roles of a fullback in today's game, because that's always changing.
Yeah.
And also the influence of loan moves as well. You've had a number of loan moves. How they went, how they impacted you, and how they propelled you to get where you were in different countries, by the way.
Yeah.
So you've had a really kind of different route to get into become a Premier League footballer, and I think it's really important that people and young players especially understand that. So it's really good to have you on, man. So listen, first of all, how are you enjoying the season? Your first real proper season in the Premier League?
Yeah. I'm enjoying it, man. I'm flying. I feel good. I feel confident. So yeah, I'm just happy and just want to keep going like that, really.
I look at you and I can see I'm going, he looks different, man.
Yeah.
And I see you smile straight away because you know what I'm saying. What is it?
Yeah. I don't know, man. In terms of fullback, I feel like I've got something that a lot of fullbacks don't have, and I feel like I play different to a lot of them. Yeah, man. I feel like I'm different. Yeah. So.
In what way, though?
Just my overall game, I think, I can attack and I can defend. Mm-hmm. And, with fullbacks, it's either one or the other. They're really good at attacking, can't defend, or can't defend, really good at attacking. So, yeah, I feel like I possess both of them skills. So, yeah. And
you're playing more regular now. How important are regular minutes, especially for a young player just starting his way out?
No, it's big, man. It's the most important thing, to play. The more you play, the more experience you get and the more comfortable you get. And yeah, so it's important, yeah.
First of all, you're way taller than what I thought you were. When you walked in, I was just like, that's the first thing. And obviously, when you look at your ability, why do you reckon a club like Tottenham were interested in you in the first place? Obviously, it's because you were playing well, but did they say there's certain attributes that they like about you, etc.?
No, not necessarily, really. I think, obviously, I went to Tottenham off the back of a good season with Forest. Yeah. So, I think it's because I had a good season I was doing. But I'm not sure if it was to do with any attributes and stuff like that. Yeah, but, I possess them attributes, so it's a good thing. So, yeah.
How long before you actually felt comfortable at Spurs?
I'd probably say up until now, really.
Is it? And how long you been there?
This will be my third year, I think.
Wow.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, since 2022.
Yeah.
So it's took you that long to feel like a part of it?
Settled, yeah.
Because you get a lot of young players and they get a couple of first team games or they're in the first team dressing room and they're going, I've got to wash back. I'm in.
Yeah.
But it's taken you almost 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years, man. Yeah, wow. Yeah. It's been...
Why is that?
I mean, all the loan moves and everything. It never really settled, really. And I never really had a chance to play week in, week out. So I think now that I'm playing week in, week out, I'm starting to feel more settled and starting to feel like that I'm here, you know. So
How difficult is that mentally for a young kid who's at Spurs, signs for a big club? Because when you sign for a club, you think, I'm playing. They're going to sign me to play, innit? Simple as. And then you're not playing, and then they send you out into loan. How difficult is that for you mentally to get through?
Yeah, man, it's difficult. I mean, like, it wasn't easy. Of course, I went to Tottenham to play. Obviously, things didn't work out. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard because you got to move house. You got to move in. By the time you've moved in, you got to move out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy. And then you got to say, like, I went abroad. You got to move out and go abroad. Got to move in and then do the season. And you got to take everything back out. And, you know, it's difficult, but...
Culture, language.
Everything's different.
Friends.
Yeah, no friends, when you go abroad because no one there. My family stays in London, of course, as well. So go there, meet your teammates, new friends, and then leave them, meet another set of teammates, and it's like, yeah, man, you're just not settled, man.
Which one of them was your best loan you enjoyed most?
Genoa.
Is it?
Yeah, Genoa.
Why?
Yeah.
What was that?
I felt loved when I was at Genoa, to be
Did
fair.
you,
Yeah. So it was nice.
It's important for a player that, you know.
Yeah.
When you feel if you don't feel like valued and that, and like a little bit of love from the fans, the manager, the staff, the players, it can affect performance, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, most definitely, man. I mean, yeah, I think when I was at Rennes, I wasn't really settled at Rennes, to be fair. Yeah, it was a difficult time, to be fair, like moving in, and there was a lot of stuff that wasn't really going well off the pitch.
Like what?
So I was in a hotel for like 2 months or 3 months, whatever it was. Like it was horrible. The food wasn't really I couldn't really like the food there. And then once I did get my place, it wasn't a proper place. Like when I was speaking to the club, they were saying like there's no houses available, there's no apartments available. So like, yeah, I think I was in an Airbnb for like 5 months. Wow. But it weren't great at all, man. And obviously that can affect you on the pitch. And yeah, I wasn't eating properly when I was out there as well. It was like, it wasn't a great experience, if I'm honest.
It's great. It's crazy because the media and the people, they don't care. Yeah, regardless of the circumstance, things that we don't see. You could be going through family things, you could be going through people passing. They don't care. They're just definitely. Like, how's it going? And that's difficult.
What are the conversations like when you're going about having a loan? What are Spurs saying to you? Like, what's the reason? Is there a reason why you're going, to get rid of you, or is it to learn so you come back and play, etc.?
My first loan, because I wasn't playing, so obviously I signed for Tottenham. Just didn't really get a chance, really. Spoke to the manager, and it was just time for me to go on loan. So just went on loan, and that was the first one. The second loan, when I went to Leeds, it was basically like, manager hasn't seen much of you, so yeah, you need to go out and play and kind of prove yourself, sort of thing. So yeah, that's when I went to Leeds. That didn't quite work out. Obviously, I got injury and stuff. So yeah.
Would you say, like, when you hear words like the manager hasn't quite seen enough of yourself, of you? Do you reckon, how do you take that, first of all, and whatever he was saying, did you feel like it was warranted?
Me personally, not really. I mean, it's a new manager, when a new manager comes in, you think, all right, everyone's going to get a fair chance, he's going to have a look at everyone. With me, I don't think that was really the case, to be fair. So, I mean, it's part of the game, it's football. Football's not fair, innit? So, I just said basically like I need to go out and play, and then that's when I ended up going to Leeds, and then after Leeds I went to Genoa, and then this season now. So yeah.
What do you mean when football's not fair? I think I got an idea of what you mean, but what do you mean like when football's not fair?
Sometimes you might not get a chance that you feel like you deserve. Like I said, new manager coming in, you would think, all right, he's gonna have a look at everyone and
get a fair crack of the whip.
You know what I mean? But sometimes that just doesn't happen, and for me that didn't happen. For a reason I don't know why, but I mean, it's part of the game, so you just gotta get on with it.
Yeah, how do you stay balanced, first of all, like, and humble, like, because, and respectful, because like when you're like backing yourself and wanting to play, I can see, especially when you're young, you're going, listen, boss, I'm ready. Like, how can you not give me a chance? How do you balance that without becoming like rude or stepping out of line?
Well, me personally, I always had like conversations with the assistant coach, and I don't really want to say what I've said to him, but basically told him like I'm the one, you know, like I'm the guy. I feel like, you know, I should be playing or given a chance at least. So, I mean, I guess it's a difficult one because if you say like you deserve to play and stuff or you want to have a chance, people can take it as like, yo, you know, not arrogance, but, you know, like he hasn't done anything to warrant to play and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's difficult.
When you think I am good, if you see the real me, I'm good enough.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, how are you not looking at me? How are you not giving me an opportunity? That's so frustrating.
But you say it all the time. You say closed mouths don't get fed. So
you've got to talk.
You got to talk.
No, you have to. Yeah. I think I've been a victim of that, to be fair.
Of being quiet.
Yeah, being too, not say humble, but I'll say being too humble, you know. Thinking things are just going to happen by not doing nothing or saying nothing. But sometimes you have to express yourself and, you know.
100%.
And like you said, football isn't fair.
It's not fair.
So if you're there waiting for the fair
it's not
chance.
going to happen, And I think that happened in my first year when I went to Tottenham. I feel like I gave a bit too much respect, you know, to the players and just like the surroundings, you know.
Because it's Tottenham.
Because it's Tottenham, you know what I mean? Like I come from, you know, Forest, you know. I'm going to the Premier League, you know, top 6 club, and I thought, you know, like, yes, this is big. But I felt like I gave him too much respect in regards of I didn't really be myself, you know. I kind of like was a bit too humble with everything. So
elaborate further, because for people such as myself, I'm watching online, I'm watching on TV. You're saying you weren't yourself.
Yeah,
I've never been in those shoes, and I won't be in those shoes. So are you two? We'll talk about that later. I'm right at 5 aside. Don't you worry about it. But what are you doing that's different?
When I went there, it was more like I'm seeing players like big names, you know, like Harry Kane and Sonny and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, like, I don't want to step on anyone's toes. You know what I mean? But I think that was probably my biggest mistake, doing that and not expressing myself how I should have. Yeah.
And then when was that point when you looked at it and went like, no, I've got to flip this and got to change and be me again?
I'd probably say this season, I think.
Is it?
I think, the beginning of the year. Yeah.
Was there a conversation, a trigger, like who did your parents or somebody that? Or it just happened?
I think it just happens naturally. It's like I've got no time to waste now, man. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta go get it, man. And you know, it's time. So I think it just clicks. Yeah.
It comes with confidence as well, though, innit? Because like you said, you just stepped into a club and you're looking at, this is, yes, you've been away on loan, but you know the system now. You know what it's like.
Exactly.
So now you're just like, hey, listen.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Let's just get on with it.
Yeah, 100%.
But I sense there's a confidence in underlying that, because in you, because you have to be a persistent type of character to keep going out on loan.
Yeah.
Like one doesn't work. Ren didn't work.
Yeah.
Leeds weren't a great one for you. Get injuries and stuff. And you're like, then your next one, it's like, what, he's still going to go on loan? That's that brave, you know?
Yeah, it's bravery, yeah.
Because you got to come back to Spurs and everyone's going, like, he fouled there.
Yeah,
fouled there. And everyone's now looking at you different.
Most definitely, yeah.
How do you deal with that, walking back into the club after a fouled loan? Or where it didn't go to plan?
Didn't go to plan, yeah. I just, I mean, it's not easy, but you just got to get on with it and just train as hard as you can, and hopefully just get the chance at your parent club that you want to, hopefully you get the chance at your parent club and, you know, just take it really. And you got to make sure you're ready to take it, and when you take it, you know, the rest is history.
How good does it feel though when you had a difficult loan, and obviously the season's not over, so we don't want to go too far, but you're being spoken about in a positive light in a club that's bigger than the others that you've been to? There must be a feeling that I knew I was good enough.
No, I've always known I was good enough. People say, oh, you know, it's good to see him, he's gotten a second chance and, you know, he's doing well. I never really got the first chance, you know what I mean? So this is my first chance and I'm taking it. So yeah, I'm happy for myself, and I'm just happy that I was, you know, I worked hard, I stayed consistent, and I made sure that I was ready. So yeah, I'm just pleased with myself.
We've got a few quotes from your current manager that I find really interesting. Like, I'd love to get what's your response, what's your thinking behind when you listen to it. So Postecoglu's quote here, I bet you probably know what I'm going to say. I purposely made it difficult for him because I thought that was going to be the test. The penny drops at different times for different players. For some of them, it drops at 18. For some, it drops a bit later when they realised this is what I have to do to get the most out of my career. And it's a credit to him.
Yeah.
Because that's hard, isn't it? Like a manager saying, I had to throw him a test and see if he can come through it.
Yeah,
I don't want a test, really. You must be proud, though, and pleased to overcome that test.
Yeah.
Because some people would have just sunk.
Yeah. No, definitely, you got to stay ready. Because it's not easy training every day, not playing, training every day, not playing, week in, week out. Like, it's never easy, especially if you feel like you deserve to play.
What's not easy about that? Like, tell us, because I know what you mean, but like, for people that don't walk that life like Joel.
It's like, you go in every day, you have to wake up early, do the right things, be a professional, train hard every day.
To the maximum.
To the maximum. Train hard Monday to Friday. Every day, train hard.
And you know.
And you're training hard. You're not playing.
Madness.
Next week, train hard every day. Giving it all, 100%. Doing your best, trying to impress. Not playing. Week after week, week after week. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. And as a player, it can be demotivating sometimes. It's like, what else can I really do? But
what's keeping you motivated in the moment? Because I know it's so easy to fall off then and just go, you know what, fuck, this is long, man. I ain't doing this.
I don't think it's about motivation. I think, you can't stay motivated. Stay consistent, and stay consistent, working hard. And you gotta be motivated. Some days I weren't motivated, but like I said, you gotta stay consistent. And
you can't say that. You have to admit that whether you didn't want the test/pop quiz, you have to admit that mentally you must be in a different place now, though.
Yeah, no, definitely. Mentally, I'm in a much better place. I feel good about myself. I've got a different, confidence, demeanor about me. So. Yes, I definitely feel better.
I can attest to that because I remember watching you warm up against Arsenal at the Emirates.
Yeah.
But you weren't playing, you were sub.
Yeah.
And I watched you and just the body language I see you walk in the building today, mad difference.
Yeah.
Like he was just really, I swear down, I watched you because I like seeing the young boys and seeing what they're doing, and I like watching when the cameras ain't on them and seeing what their body language is like. Yeah. And you looked a little bit like, I could see that it was like, the vibe was, I'm not really going to get a chance, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I'm not here really.
Yeah.
But the energy you walked in here today is like I'm him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what I feel is good, man, to see that difference. And that's just from playing games.
Definitely.
And having the trust of the manager.
Of course, yeah.
I don't know about you, but if I didn't think the manager really rated me, it would affect me.
Yeah.
Because I'd be thinking, does he want me to do that? When you know a manager likes you, he likes you because he feels comfortable in knowing what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? If I'm second guessing it, like Jorginho, he sat here in one of the pods we had before earlier in the season, and he said, if your manager don't trust you, you got to find a new club.
Yeah.
He's kind of right. You know what I mean? Because if your manager don't trust you, how are you going to build confidence?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, you must have felt like that with Conte.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I felt like whatever I did, I couldn't. That man wasn't happy about anything, man. So, honestly, yeah. I mean, even if you did the right thing, it's like, did I do the right thing? Because he's not really a complimenting guy. So, yeah, that season, I definitely, I think it gets to a point where you don't really need validation from a coach. Sometimes you just gotta, you know if you're doing well or not in your head. Of course, it's nice to know, like, manager, like, oh, you done well today, or you're doing well. But I think you get to a certain time, like you know if you're doing well or not, and it's just down to the manager whether he wants to see it or not.
But But then, how do you know that you're doing well? Because is that because you're being picked to start, or is it because?
Oh, but it's like you though. You guys are playing goals, yeah.
Yeah.
That's your level, isn't it?
I do 8 and 9 aside.
But you're gonna go and play
I
goals.
Ball, you know. Don't let the audience think that I don't ball.
Wait. But what I'm saying, you go and play at goals, yeah, with your mates, yeah, on a Thursday night, yeah. Pay your £5 subs, and then. But after you come off the pitch, yeah, if no one can say to you play well or you play rubbish, if you know.
Easy. I know what's happening
already.
See? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's the same.
They ain't getting past me. They're not. It's a fact. But so it's pretty much the same when you're playing. I think it's good as well. Like I keep going back to the mental aspect and stuff like that. But I think it's good because you can't be at a place where you're just second guessing everything all the time like that. That's not good for you. You don't live life well like that. But did you ever talk to Conte as well directly, or was it again through his
I probably
team?
had one conversation with him. Yeah.
Well, listen, after this quote, there's no way I would have spoke to him.
Go on.
He said that he wasn't a signing he personally pushed for when he was in charge of Spurs. I'm sitting there thinking, if I was playing, but you was young at the time, but I'd have gone straight into it and said, why are you doing that for? Trying to sabotage my career. What's going on there? How did you feel, especially as a young player, when you're hearing your manager say that?
Yeah, it wasn't a nice feeling, to be honest. You know, of course, especially I was coming to the club in a high, you know, like I was confident, I was buzzing, I had a great season. Just won promotion with my club. So yeah, I was full of confidence, and then when I came in, it's like just run into a brick wall really. And I think shattered my confidence a bit really as well. Obviously I'm young as well, so it's not nice to hear really.
I mean, you're saying it in a polite way where it's not nice. Let's lay it on the table.
Yeah,
you got your friends that hear that, family hear that, the haters, your world must be spinning. Are you getting messages on your phone? What's happening?
I mean, my agent at the time, he's saying it to me. He's like, "Oh no, don't worry about this. You know, we've kind of clarified." But it was, I don't want to swear, but I know it was rubbish at the time. But I mean, it wasn't a nice thing at all, really. So I was even going into the club like, what am I doing, really? You know what I mean? Like,
that's a demotivating. If anything could be demotivating, that must be it. But that's why when I see you doing well now, I do smile and I do think, you know what, good.
Yeah.
And I hope Conte watches you play for Spurs now and thinks, right, I got that one wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? I hope you'd like to think they're honest. If he's being as brutally honest as he was in the press conference.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Yes, guys, big shout out to Huel for sponsoring this episode of Rio Presents. Now listen, if you're like me, always on the move, busy schedule, you need something quick and filling to keep you going. That's why I use Huel Black Edition ready to drink, and this is it. There's 35 grams of protein, 26 essential vitamins and minerals, and it's low in sugar. No prep, no fuss, just grab it, go, and you're sorted. Food on the go is normally a bit tricky, you know what I'm talking about. You want something clean that does the job, especially when you're travelling or going to games, you're going for meetings, etc. That's why I genuinely like reaching for this when I'm out and about. It's a proper meal, not just a snack that tastes banging. And you know what? It's easy on the wallet too, you know. If you want to try it, I've got you covered. Just go and use my code RioPresents at huel.com/RioPresents for £10 off plus a free gift. Hit the link in the description, check the T's and C's, and fuel your day the right way with Huel. Listen, we were speaking about managers, and the guys in the research team were talking to us about a couple of managers that might have said some decent things to you. Warnock said something to you. You're either going to be non-league or Premier League. What did he mean by that, and how did you take that on?
If I'm honest, I didn't take it on, man.
What did he mean by that?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, I had a lot of conversations with him, to be fair, and he's always told me, you know, like, he's seen a lot of players and, you know, you can be the best, you know. He said, yeah, like, you can be the best. And he made that comment, I'm either going to be non-league or whatever he said. But I mean, it's a weird one, because if I go in and do rubbish and become non-league, he was right. Yeah, if I go in and become the best, he was right, you know. Yeah. So it's like,
he's covering himself.
You know what I mean? It's a weird comment. But I mean, yeah, he's alright, man. He's alright.
We had Andy Cole sat in the chair you're sat in, right? And he said that managers' comments that were negative, they were like fuel. He said.
Yeah.
Is that you seem like you got a little bit of that in you as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's fuel. You know, you have to prove people wrong. You know, doubters, haters, and especially managers. But I don't think that's what drives me. I don't really hold certain comments to a higher regard. You know, I don't really let that fuel me. You know, what fuels me, I want to, you know, not just prove people wrong, but I want to improve. You know, I want to improve every day, improve every aspect of my game. and just improve as a person. And I want to be the best, you know. And to be the best, you have to improve. So I think that's what fuels me. Yeah.
What about Pep? I see him chatting to you the other day. What's he saying?
Yeah.
Because Pep does this a lot, you know. He chats to people a lot.
I don't like it when he does it personally.
He gets the you don't like it.
It pisses me off. I just think, bro, like, can't you do that in the changing room? Why you have to do it in front of the camera? Like, I don't get it. But and he was pointing at you, and in the beginning, I thought, is this endearment or is he? What's going on
here?
He
slapped you, like.
He gave me a hard smack as well.
What was he saying, like?
No, he was just like, you play like this, like, you come on, you play like this, like, you run, you play like this against my team. I was like, yeah, sort of thing. He's like, oh, no, like, it's good, you know, because he's like to me, you know, you wasn't playing, and now you're playing. He was like, no, like, it's good. And he was like, well done.
See what I mean? You need to...
It's a nice thing to say,
but
I just think if I'm your manager, I say, bro, do that elsewhere.
He's giving him confidence, bro.
No, I'm not upset with that. Look, I'm happy in it. Like, but I'm saying he can say the same thing in the tunnel. That's all I'm saying. But that's our disagreement that we have. But it's a nice thing to say, though.
Bro, when the next manager's coming up, rival manager's coming up and boosting you like that, your chest is big.
And he can do it in the changing room or in the, you know what I mean? Like,
No, that was a nice moment, to be fair, you know. Obviously.
Did you get any your friends' messages?
Yeah, no, my family was in there. They was recording it. But yeah, that was a nice moment, and he just said like all the best for the season. So yeah,
that's
it was
good,
a
man.
nice
That's
moment.
Nice.
Yeah,
bro, that's what I'm saying. Pep is a connoisseur of football, man.
Yeah,
how's he knowing a young kid ain't playing much football, but now he's coming in and doing really well?
I didn't say,
and then giving him the time.
I didn't say it was bad that he bigged him up. I didn't say anything like that. I'm just saying I'm looking at it from if I'm your coach,
a touchy fan's point of view.
Yeah, like good
Arsenal man,
players over there, man.
Yeah,
but I guess, and do you know why? Do you know why it affects me a lot, Rio? Is because of social media. Because as soon as that happens, straight away we're all getting it and we're all seeing it and we all feel a different type of way. Like, so I think, you know, we have to be careful. But it leads me on to talk about social media. First of all, how do you feel about it? Where nowadays, you know, all the players, they're like friends, we'll see each other, we'll see you guys in each other's comments. Back in the day, I know you're not even talking to Frank Lampard, who you grew up with, who you lived with, you know.
No.
What's your thoughts about it when, like, do you hold the same sentiment that these guys hold about, you gotta keep it?
Yeah, to a certain degree. I don't think, like, me and you, I knew you for ages, but I played against you and my team lost. I mean, I don't think you should be going and commenting on this page and well done, bro, or stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's a bit weird, yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's just ways to do it, I guess. But I'm not. Yeah, I'll probably say I'm more on the other side of social media. I don't think you really need to do it, to be fair. But it's not a problem. But I don't think you really need to.
You dropped a nice one for Doku, though, innit?
Yeah,
that was nice. I like that. Subtle.
Yeah.
Subtle, but it's dangerous, you know.
That's social media, though, isn't it? I mean,
not dangerous because it's dangerous because there will be a next time.
No, most definitely.
But that's confidence,
and then I'm ready for that next time. So yeah,
fair play. Fair play.
I love that. Fair play. I wish I had social media properly. Like it was like this today.
Would you be on a madness?
What? I'll be on it every Friday nights. Would be a joke. People have to tune into my social media Friday nights because the strikers ain't sleeping. I am gonna be peppering them with lyrics.
Crazy,
serious. Because listen, what could happen? He does me a couple of times, once.
And that's it.
But I know I'll munch him a few times. Yeah. That's, you know what I mean? That's what you think. And the way you play, you're thinking, I'm going to take you on.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you ain't defending me all game.
But I think it's this generation, though, in general. When you see, and I think this season we've seen it a lot, when you see Iwobi and the guys and all Arena and they're doing Snapchat wars. And
what do you think of all that?
Yeah. No, I think it's fun. It's entertainment. You know what I mean? It's like, as long as it doesn't get out of hand. But I feel like I have a personality, man. I feel like players don't have personalities no more. Or no, I don't know about any no more, but I just feel like players don't have personalities in general. I feel like they try to dumb it down for social media.
Yeah.
But just be yourself, man. Literally, me and myself anyways, and credit to, you know, them boys that do that. Yeah, man, just be yourself, enjoy, you know.
I like that because why should you be depicted as a robot or as if you don't have a personality in real life? What? Because other people don't want you to. I think that's a way that can suppress yourself as well, and 100%. Ultimately you then don't you're not able to play well because you're not able to be yourself. And that's why you've got the likes of, for example, Lewis-Skelly. He's celebrating and he's doing the Zen celebration.
Bad. Yeah, I love that, yeah.
Did you, obviously in the media, it was like, why is he doing that? He needs to know where he is. He needs to know his place. What did you think when you saw that?
No, I loved it, man. I was like, yeah, he's a bad boy for that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Haaland said to him, you scored, and let him know who he was, you know. Like,
exactly what I thought. Same.
Yeah. Why not do that? I mean, you know, I heard comments of, you know, he's a young kid and he hasn't won anything or that, but
Gary Neville said it's disrespectful. Like, like, what are you talking about?
But why? Why is it disrespectful? It's just part of the game. Like, when did the game?
And he didn't do it first.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's just a response, and I think that's the perfect. Me personally, I think that's the perfect response. So yeah, I loved it. To be fair,
do you know what it's been so refreshing to kind of see you come through and talk to us, because like, especially a current day player, just to seeing your personality, how chilled you are, relaxed, confident as well. And like, how important do you feel it is to come and like show that and show people who you really are, rather than letting people paint a picture of you, really?
Yeah. I think it's very important. Even when you mentioned Alex Iwobi, I think I've seen something on him say something on social media, and he was like, it's very important to portray yourself or give your own image on social media, because if you don't, people have their own perception of you, and I feel like that's wrong, but it's true, man. You gotta, you know, me, I'm not really a social media active kind of guy like that, but you know, I feel like the more I play, the more I've got to be active and like show my personality and show everyone, you know, that I'm a human being and stuff like this, you know, and you know, change false narratives and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's important.
I mean, I've seen you do some fun stuff as well, like where, for example, when you were doing the charity stuff last year, the Sidemen stuff. I thought that was good, because I never would have expected you to do it.
You're bantering.
No, I'm being serious.
He's bantering.
No, I'm being serious. No, I'm
You're
being serious.
bantering.
No, I'm being serious. No, I'm being serious.
No,
like,
you're bantering.
I'm being serious, but yeah, it's good to show different sides.
That's a charity match.
Well, it was. Anyway, I thought it was good.
That weren't me, man.
It weren't you?
Nah, that weren't me, bro.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
You know what I mean? You got it wrong.
It weren't you.
You got it wrong there.
Did I? Did I get it wrong?
Nah, that actually weren't me.
You're joking.
Are you serious?
He's serious, bro. He said to me before, I want to hit him with this one about...
What?
I'm being serious. Who was it then?
I don't know who that was. That wasn't me.
You're joking, bro.
You're bantering.
Who told you this information, bro?
For real, you thought that was me?
Was it not you?
Nah, bro, that wasn't me. Still.
Seriously?
Nah, that
I need 10 press-ups, bro.
Nah, I'm going to find out.
Nah, that wasn't me.
I'm going to find out.
That one's crazy, man. Did you watch the clips of that guy?
Online.
He was baggy, man.
And you thought that was me?
I weren't sure.
This is a joke. This interview's gone left, boy. What's happened there?
Nah,
I didn't watch the full match still.
You didn't watch the full match?
Nah.
What was he? Did he look like him?
I just heard that it was you online.
Nah, brother. Nah.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I thought it was.
I seen that though. People saying it was me, but nah, it definitely wasn't me, man. So,
did he not reveal himself in the end then?
Nah, he didn't reveal himself.
That's probably why. That's
Don't
probably why I
believe the
thought it was you.
Don't believe the hype, man.
Yeah, social media, man.
Wow.
Nah, that, you know what's funny?
Yeah.
There's people actually out there that probably think that's me as well. That's the maddest thing about social media. But
Yeah, because when you see clips, you might see a clip, you might scroll past, and you think, yeah, Djed played in that match. And I thought for a minute, you're trying to keep it a secret, maybe. I don't know. But
No, that wasn't me, man. That wasn't
really?
me.
So how did that rumor?
Social
That's
media,
just socials,
innit?
isn't it?
That's when you need to use social media to say, listen, that weren't me.
Look, I'm an Arsenal fan, so we're going to keep the compliments to the minimum. Yeah. Despite the Spurs' season,
Yeah.
you've been a shining light, right? And what are your aspirations now from what you're doing? Besides you lot winning more games, like what is your aspiration now?
For the club or me personally?
Both.
I think for the club, you know, we want to win.
Be careful.
No, I'm honest, man. I think we want to win Europa League.
Cool.
Just simple as that. I think, you know, we need to win trophies as a club. And, you know, we're a big club, so we need to win something. I think Europa League is where it starts. And yeah, if we win that, you know, we get into the Champions League. So I think that's what we want to win. And obviously climb up the table. You know, we're obviously not happy with where we're at, but, you know.
Better than them, man. It's better than them, man.
What are you trying it for?
I'm just saying.
You lot are going for nothing this season.
Yeah.
But we want to climb the table and get into a good position. But for me personally, just want to keep establishing myself, play as much games as I can, and play for my country as well. That's another thing that I want to do. So I think to achieve that, I just got to keep improving and stay focused.
When you were talking about, you've moved the conversation on nicely, actually, a bit further down I was going to go. But now you mentioned it, England.
Yeah.
Because I see you playing, and like at the moment, you're playing as well as anybody at the moment in the league.
Yeah.
And you're not even playing your normal position.
Yeah.
Playing on the other side. Who are the other fullbacks who you go, you know what, that's the standard? When you look around, anywhere, when you look around and go, listen, that's the standard there. If I want to be what I want to be, I've got to get to that standard there. No, saying there's no one out there.
No, there is. I always looked at Kyle Walker, to be fair. What a player, phenomenal player. What he's done in the game. For me, the best right back in Premier League history.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
I think that as well.
Yeah, I think he's an animal, like physicality, just good at going forward, good at defending. I mean, he's just. I'd probably say him is that's the level that I want to get to. Yeah.
Was you always wanting to be a fullback as a kid? Is that what you played?
Yeah, I've always been a fullback.
Yeah, Gary Neville always says that one, isn't it? No one grows up wanting to be Gary Neville.
Fullback.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've always been a fullback, to be fair. I mean, like when I was playing grassroots at the age of 7, I was a winger. But from I was probably a winger for like a year or two, and then I went to fullback, I went to right back, and then I've been a right back throughout my whole career.
And even from that age, you was admiring like Kyle Walker, or was other players before?
No, I was. To be fair, I was never admired any fullback. To be fair, yeah, I'm honest. I love like Cristiano Ronaldo and them kind of players. From I'm a kid in it, so I want to see exciting things. So I idolize Ronaldo, but I'm still a defender. So
I mean, if you could steal one attribute from any fullback in the world, what would it be?
It's a good question. Any fullback in the world? I'd probably say Trent. His crossing.
Yeah,
his crossing is a joke.
It's insane.
Are there any parts of your game that you're banging home like on a regular but consistent basis? This is an area that I want to get like the elite. And you're doing in training like all the time. Like I used to do certain things like when I used to get the ball, one touch play out, touch play out, or 1v1s and trying to get better. What are you doing?
To be honest, I'm not really doing much, to be fair. What? Obviously, there's so many games. Yeah, there's so many games I don't really do much after training. But I don't really do much.
Is it?
Would you say it's based on recovery? Because I know that you lot are playing a lot of games. Like, is it like a lot of recovery based in between? Like,
because our schedule's been crazy, man. It's been hectic. There's a lot of games. So
that annoys me. Like, we spoke about this earlier on. Like, you'll have obviously everyone they're checking everything with your body. They know how tip-top shape you are, but just let the guys play, man.
Yeah, I agree. But is sometimes people, they want to do extras and then they've got an injury, and it's like the club are kind of a bit more cautious and stuff like that. So I understand both sides, to be fair.
So didn't Harry Kane stay and do extras back then?
Yeah.
So no one can really tell him
He's
anything.
a captain, bro. He's doing what he wants.
Yeah, it's different.
He's a top goal scorer, man. He does what he wants. Yeah. You know what? It's mad because it's like you're playing almost on autopilot, but that's what can happen when you got confidence.
Yeah.
Like you end up sometimes playing on what your natural instincts are in a game, and like one of your main attributes is taking on players.
Yeah.
I think you're in the top 3% of Premier League defenders when it comes to successfully taking on opponents.
Yeah.
How important in today's game, especially, is that attacking side of your game?
Yeah, I think it's very important. I feel like fullbacks a very pivotal role in the game now. So
you're like inverting as well and all that stuff.
Yeah, so
is that natural for you?
Do
you feel comfortable?
I feel comfortable. It's not natural though. This is my first season actually doing the inverting position, but I feel like I'm a quick learner, so yeah, I think things come naturally to me.
So like the inverted and all that stuff that the Postecoglu is putting into you, most of that is on like what, in video, or are you doing that in training?
No, we train on these things like every day. Like, you know, the manager's very heavy on like how he wants us to play, so has a specific way of playing, and that's what we try to do. When we go
Talking about that specific way of playing, he's very like, right, this is me, this is how we play. He's adamant that's what we're going to do, and he doesn't really deviate from that. Got a style of football, this is us.
Yeah.
What's that like for a player to play in that?
Yeah, I mean, he's a manager, so I guess we gotta, you know, follow suit, and you gotta buy into it as well. But I think the players enjoy it. To be fair, and you know, it's a fun way of playing. To be fair, it's attacking,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's attacking. So, you know, me as a fullback, I get to go forward a lot. I get to be inside the middle of the park, you know, where all the commotion is. So, yeah, I enjoy it, to be fair. I think it's good. Yeah.
Fitness-wise, you must be working hard, because that's not easy to do at all.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about different styles of plays and principles, for those who are watching, how would you describe Ange's principles versus Conte's principles? Like, what's the difference in training sessions as well?
I feel like with Conte, it was very repetitive. We literally do the same session every day, and like literally every day, like not even a change. So I feel like with Ange, it's a bit different. Like we change it. We do like certain drills every day, but it's a bit different, you know.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's like a different passing drill or just different attacks that we do, and you know, he switches it up quite a bit. But with Conte, it was more like this is it. Yeah, it was a bit different.
In within that system, how much freedom does he give you players to kind of make different decisions at different times that might be a little bit away from what he's teaching you in training? Because we talk about it on here a lot, and because we don't play now, it's nice to hear it from the current player. Like we always go, the game's so about systems, and the system is the driving force of everything. Individuals can't make decisions now. It's all about what the manager wants.
Yeah, I think we definitely have a system, but I feel like, you know, we've got players that can kind of not come out of the system, but kind of like have that bit of freedom, you know. Like we've got quality players like Maddison, you know. Or he plays the system, but obviously he's got his own quality to, you know, produce a bit of magic and stuff. So I feel like it's not like he doesn't say, oh, you can't do this X, Y, Z. Because obviously play our way, but obviously if you do a bit of magic, you do a bit of magic, I guess. Yeah. So yeah.
What about in-game management, right? And there's a circumstance where, I don't know, it's just not going well. You're feeling the pressure. Yeah. Do you or any other person in the team, you know, have the right to be like, look, right about now, we're under the cosh.
Yeah.
So for 5 minutes, instead of doing X, we're going to do X. And you talk amongst yourself as players. Are you allowed to do that a little bit, or is it?
Nah, man, that's the method, man. That's the way.
Yeah.
And to be fair to the manager, I mean, we will never get in trouble for playing his way, you know, even if we're under pressure or, you know, we're not having a great game. If we play his way, then it's like, you know, he takes it on himself to be like, you know, that's the way I want my players to play. So
that is what you just said there. That is football today.
Got you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so far removed from the era that I played in. Like, the manager would have a framework of a game plan for us, and in game, if we see something different, let it be. Whereas the players now is like, this is the structure of the team. This is how we're going to play, and even if you make mistakes doing what I'm saying and it's not working,
it's on
me as the manager. It's not on you.
So you're telling me Sir Alex Ferguson, he allowed you. He allowed you to kind of like make those calls.
Bro, he said, he used to say in the team, one of his main quotes he used to always say, I brought you here because you're good enough.
Yeah.
I brought you here because you make the right decisions on a football pitch. Go and do it in a Man United shirt now. That's what I used to say. I used to think I was 7 foot tall, bruv.
Madness.
I used to think, right, I could do anything now. It's mad. But it's just the football's changed. It's evolved and it's into more systems and it gives players solutions, isn't it? It gives you the answers before you go out on the pitch.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Wow. There's been a lot that's said about Spurs' youthfulness, the team squad itself. Does it help you when you're in together with a number of players who are on like the same points in their career? I mean, loads of young fellas and stuff like that. I mean, you obviously spoke about Maddison and like what's his
Madison's an old man now, bruv.
Well,
compared to these
yeah,
lot.
but when you see him, he doesn't give old man vibes though, does he?
Nah,
Just because he's got a fade.
Yeah, but he's on TikTok, you know, like who's giving you useful advice in your teams?
To be fair, I would say Maddison, to be fair.
Okay.
Yeah, he always gives me a little pep talk, something. Not a pep talk, but he always like,
He's there.
yeah, he's there for me, you know, make sure I'm ready before games. And to be fair, even like after games, like he'll text me and say, if he's not been in the squad through injury or whatever, he'll text me and be like, yeah, Djed, you know what to do today, or he wants to see this from me. So yeah, I think Maddison supports me a lot, to be fair.
What's he like? You see Roy Keane talking about him, a little back and forth, TikTok and that. What does he bring to Spurs as a player?
I mean, yeah, he's a top player, man. For me, he's one of the best in the Premier League. You know, I mean, you can't discredit him. I feel like when he's in the team, he's just someone that we can look to, and you know, he can make the difference. You know, so I feel he's a pivotal part of the team. Matters. Yeah.
What about Son? What's he like as a captain?
Yeah,
because he's not your typical. Well, from what we see, you get over it. Like, you know, he's different.
Yeah, I mean, depends what you want from your captain. Like you said, he's not your typical. Oh, mate, you know what I mean? Like shouting and stuff and digging people out. I feel like he's more like lead by example. You know, in early every day, does the right things, and just sets example on the pitch. You know, trains hard every day, and you know, when it comes to match days, you know, he gives his best, and you know, his numbers speak for itself. So I think in that regard, yeah, I mean, shows by example like that.
Those leadership traits, they're different, but they're as effective, you know. They're as important, isn't it? Like those standards, a man just setting the standards every day that we've all got to be at the same standard. He's a top goal scorer, he's a captain. It's that's more than words could ever say sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Who are then the leaders in the Spurs?
Who are the leaders?
Like, who would you know, I know disrespect to other people who are more quiet, but let's be honest, you go somewhere and there'll be 1 or 2 or 3 or whoever that are like, you know, you can tell, okay.
Yeah. The leaders. I mean, Maddison is a leader in his own way. Son is a leader in his own way. But it's like, we don't have that. I don't know, like, you might have had a captain or leader, like, boys, shouting before the game. And it's like,
it was him.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So it's like, it's just, I feel like for us it's different. We don't really have that one specific leader like that.
Different generation as well, you know. You know, the more he's saying, I can see the difference, like with today's football and your generation.
Yeah,
definitely. What, you know, I wanted to ask you about is Archie Gray.
Yeah,
like he's a young kid, because I felt sorry for him at times. He's playing out of position.
Yeah,
unfortunately for him. But I said to him before, like, this could be one of the most valuable times in his career. Getting minutes in the team early, in a different position, learning and seeing things from a different picture, it could really enhance him in long term. What's he like as a kid? What's his potential look like?
Yeah, I mean, he's got sky's the limit for him, to be honest. I forget he's 18 sometimes, to be fair. Yeah, sometimes I have to look at myself and like, you know, he's playing out of position 18, you know. Yeah. And he's a midfielder playing centre back. And he's doing well as well.
And he's not, I was saying to Rio, he's not like that tall as well. He's not like crazy tall for him to be playing centre back in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's not, he's doing well, man. He's a great talent, and yeah, the sky's the limit for him, man. Yeah.
Djed, obviously we know you're having a good season, you're improving, but this is the Premier League though. So you got to be honest with us. Who is the hardest opponent that you faced this season and why?
Who do you look at before a game when you're losing sleep?
Nah, no one, man, if I'm honest. No, I'm honest, yeah.
In the shade, you know.
Come on. No one. Come on.
Nah, no, to be fair, I think when it comes to 1v1 defending, I feel like not many can get the better of me. So, yeah, I back myself, and I haven't really come against anyone that's really tested me in that regard. Obviously, I know there's a lot of great wingers, but
You played against Salah?
yeah.
Like, he's the best winger in the Premier League now.
Yeah, for sure, most definitely.
So he's not tested you, he's not hard?
No, I think with Salah it's different. I mean, he's more like he's so smart, you know. Like he'll be in the right positions, and you know, before you know, he's got a goal, he's got an assist, you know. So I feel like in terms of 1v1, he's not really gonna trouble me. But I gotta be more switched on in terms of like, you know, if the ball's on the other side, and I got to think like, where's Salah, you know, because he could be at the back stick or he could be, you know, somewhere else. Like,
more concentration.
Yeah, exactly.
He's elusive.
Yeah, exactly. So with him, it's different. But other players that are not as smart as him, haven't got his IQ, if it's just like literally a 1v1 battle, then nah, I don't think there's many out there.
What about my boy, Martinelli? Like, we all know, you know what I mean? He's known for... Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen...
Or Saka, you might have played against Saka. You play both sides.
No, I haven't played against Saka, to be fair. No, I haven't played. But he's good 1v1, to be fair.
Well, what about Mbappe? You played at Rennes in France. You must have played PSG.
Yeah.
You play against Mbappe?
Yeah, I played against Mbappe, yeah.
Wow.
He's good, but we didn't have like too many 1v1s, but I feel like, yeah, the 1v1s I did have him was, yeah, I was fine.
His confidence is nuts.
Obviously, he's a fast player. He,
Yeah.
you know, relies a lot on pace. Obviously, we know that he can do loads more than that. But did you have that one-on-one chance with him where he tries to knock the ball past you? And
Nah, we didn't go like 1v1 for pace, but I'm not that slow myself, to be fair. So.
that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
No, I feel like, especially when it comes to defending 1v1, I feel like as a fast defender, I can't really get done for pace because I know that like the timing and stuff. So if you're fast and I'm fast, you're not really gonna get away from me. You know what I mean? Unless like I've made a mistake and I've dived in and you've kicked the ball, and if you're fast, even though I'm fast, I'm not gonna get there. But like, if I do everything right and you try to knock it, then yeah, nah.
Have you worked a lot 1v1, or is it just something that you just had natural?
That's something I've had natural, to be fair. I feel like defending is more. It's definitely a skill, but I feel like comes from with it like your heart, man. Like you gotta want it. You know, like I get a thrill out of like defending. You know, like 1v1. Like I don't want my man to get past me. You know, and that's.
I love this shit.
I was gonna say, because you say it all the time. That's why you love it.
This is music to my ears.
This is what he says
it,
all the time.
Yeah. There's so many defenders. It's like, what they like on the ball. First thing, bro, you're a defender.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Defend 1v1. Don't let your man cost the ball. Don't let him score. Like, and then how good are you with the ball?
Yeah.
Like that's how but the game is different
There's
today,
players
man.
who can't defend that being bought for a lot of money these days. You know?
Yeah, I know. But just talking about your right back, left back, you can play anywhere, either full back positions, and do it really well. Yeah. You obviously need support from centre backs. Who do you regard as like top centre back right now? I think Van Dijk's there, isn't it? He's the guy.
Yeah, Van Dijk. Yeah.
Who are the other ones that you look at?
Saliba's a top centre back, and my teammate Mickey actually.
Van der Ven.
Yeah,
I rate him. You know.
Yeah, he's
tell him
good,
I really
man.
like him. I think he's top.
Yeah.
Mad pace.
Nah, he's top. He's top. I think he can get to the very, very top. So I think them two are like, in terms of centre back, yeah, them two.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, no, I do, because he's...
Don't lie, you don't.
No,
think
you talk about
someone else
Mickey.
is better. You think other people are better.
I think. You see how he treats me on the show. I think Konate is better than what a lot of people say he is.
No, say what you said. You say he's better than
I didn't say he was better. I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I think Saliba's tops, but I think Konate doesn't get enough credit, and I think Saliba's up there, but he's not that far off.
No, yeah, I rate him. He's a top defender, but
he's not Saliba.
Yeah, I think Saliba's the next up. After Virgil. I think Saliba's the next up.
I agree.
And then,
I agree. Do you know when are you playing? What's your aim? Is your aim when you're playing to shut the winger down? Don't let him have any time on the ball. Don't let him cross the ball. No impact on the game. Or are you thinking, because you're so good going forward, I'm going to just run you the other way?
I think it's both, really. I feel like I'm going to shut you down 1v1, and then after I shut you down, I'm going to go forward. And I feel like for the winger, it's going to be a mental game for him, because you can't beat me 1v1 and then when I get the ball and I go forward, he's gonna have to chase me going forward. So I feel like yeah, it's a mental game. So both really, I don't really just think of one aspect of I'm just gonna go forward today, or I just want to defend today. No, I like to do both, and I feel like once I shut down my winger, I feel like after that, I think I've got him.
1v1. This is the last question. 1v1 challenge in and around the goal to stop a goal, or an assist for a goal. What are you taking home?
Say that again, sorry.
So what, a 1v1 block on the line to stop a goal?
Yeah.
Or an assist for a goal? What would you prefer to take home?
Assist for the goal last minute.
Oh, both of them last minute.
Both of them. Ooh. If I'm honest, if it's to win the game, I'll say a block on the line. Yeah. If it's to win the game, for sure. Because I mean that feeling is different.
You're losing, so that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's still, that's a defensive minded fullback. That's his mentality. I want to defend and win the game. Yeah, I like it.
I feel like the feeling is different.
We have to also ask five-a-side questions.
Oh
yeah.
Five-a-side. All right, I love it.
Yeah, all the guests that come on, we always ask them for girls. They're the best players that they played with.
Okay.
In a five-a-side team.
Okay.
Which five-a-side team would you have? No goalkeepers, please.
No goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Goalkeepers ain't involved.
I have to say H.
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Give me a little something about him. Why? What's so good about Harry Kane? Someone who's trained and played with him.
His finishing's a joke, man. Phenomenal finisher. I mean, like when he's in front of, like when I first went to the club and I just saw him in training, his finishing was a joke, man. Like,
scary.
It's scary, man. Like not from this world, man. Like. Well, no, honestly, he's someone I looked at like he's a different level from the rest, man. Yeah.
No wonder why you showed all that respect too much. Like,
honestly, like he's just a player that's just phenomenal. I say him, the best players I've played with. Gotta put Sonny in there then. Sonny. Put Maddison in there as well. You guys must know. You know Desiree Doue
from
PSG.
Yeah.
Okay.
The winger. He's on a mad run at the moment as well, scoring enough. Where'd you play with him? At Rennes?
Rennes.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he's generational, man. Desiree Doue, man. Yeah.
Wait. We can't skip him. Bruv, if you don't know, you're gonna know.
No, he's
what's so good about him?
He reminds me of Neymar, you know. No, serious, like proper Neymar-esque, like regen. Yeah, like he's a
regen.
No, for real. He's when I trained with him at Rennes, I was like, who's this guy? I was like, how old is he? He was like 17. At the time he was 17. I was like, this guy is gonna be something crazy, man. And he's doing it now at PSG, so
he's got something like 11 goal involvements in the last, 12, 15 games, something like that. It's nuts.
Yeah, he's crazy, man. And how old is he now? Probably 19 now?
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, so, Desiree Doue for sure. And then, that's 4, right?
Yeah.
Probably say Doku.
Rennes as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Doku.
Yeah. Was he when you look at Doku, is he any different now to what he was then?
Nah, he's the same, you know.
I thought that.
Really?
Same. Yeah. Explosive, quick, attacking. Yeah, he's literally the same way he is. He's obviously better now, but in terms of like,
you know what he is, isn't it? You know exactly what he is.
Yeah.
I don't reckon there's no one as explosive as him in football right now.
I think the good thing about if you're training with someone like that, you know you're going to improve.
Were you doing one-on-ones?
Yeah, I used to do one-on-ones with him after training.
Ugh,
yeah, literally.
Disgusting.
Yeah, literally. We used to go at it all the time. So.
What was he getting the better of you more time, or you?
Nah. Nah, joke. Nah, he got the better of me sometimes, but nah, he's a scary man.
Yeah,
scary.
You only want small spaces with my man. If the space opens up,
it's
curtains.
Nah, he's 1v1. He's having most defenders on toast, man. So he's a top player as well.
That's good, man. It's good to see. Obviously,
it's a nice five-a-side team.
Yeah, it's a nice
five-a-side. There's goals in there.
A lot of goals.
Yeah.
Very attacking. You can tell.
Very
You can tell his
attacking.
style.
Yeah, that's what I say.
You know.
But no, listen, man. I really appreciate your time. Again, it's nice when you've got a current player coming in talking about what's currently going on in the Premier League. So good luck with Spurs.
Thank
He
you,
ain't going to say that. And good luck with England as well, man.
It's good to see you being yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
And thanks for clearing up the Sidemen stuff as well.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
Appreciate that.
And that's how you wear shades inside.
Come on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can't wear shades inside now. Only when Arsenal make
Yeah,
the
I was wearing them like all last season when we were doing well until the final few games.
Yeah.
I had to take them off early this season. But,
Why?
you know.
Yeah.
Tell him why then.
What?
Why are you not wearing shades?
Liverpool, the situation's a bit techie at the moment. But besides that, you'll see me again next season. I will be back. But yes, thank you very much for watching this special episode of Rio Presents. And yes, please make sure you watch all the interviews we've got with top players. I've enjoyed this one. I don't know how it was going to go down, but you're all right for, for a Spurs player. Joel Bayer, Rio Ferdinand, Djed Spence, signing out. Peace.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Rio Presents. Hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll be here every Monday throughout the season, so tell your mates and all get involved, man. If you've got a point you think we should be discussing or want to put us on the spot with a question you want answering, get in touch using the fans first at rioferdinandpresents.com email address or use #RFP on social. Make sure you leave us a review and follow this Rio Ferdinand Presents feed and you'll never miss an episode. See ya on the next one.